Hello and good morning. How are you? Happy Wednesday. My name is Suzanne and I'm the weight loss coach. Today I wanted to talk to you about you are what you eat. And I know that you know this, but do you really know this? Hey Jody, how are you? Nice to see you. Food can be the greatest medicine that we can have, that we can do for ourselves, or it can be the greatest poison. Food is everything. The quality of your food. Hey Chris, thanks so much for joining us. So the quality of your food is probably the biggest, and I've always said this, if there's one thing that I could install in your brain so it's burned in there, is eat the best quality food that you have access to. And this does not mean organic all the time. Hey, it's good, but fresh is also amazing, as opposed to processed foods. Now, our bodies are made up of trillions and trillions of cells, and so they all need feeding. And when we feed our body good stuff, then these cells get what they need. They do the jobs that they were created to do, to look after our body, to heal our body, to perform all the functions that our body does. And so everything that we put into our mouth affects these cells. So therefore it affects our whole entire makeup. It affects how we think, it affects our mood, it affects how our body heals, how quickly it heals. It affects what kind of foods we crave, whether they be sugary, savoury, highly processed or healthy foods. They affect how we sleep. The food affects how we sleep. Food affects our libido. Hey Sue, thanks so much for joining. Food affects the regeneration of the cells in our body. Food affects our general health. And a famous quote by Hippocrates, hey Jennifer, thanks so much for joining, is food is medicine. It's so good for us. We know this. But life comes upon us, we get busy, we get stressed for time, short of time, we look for the quick and easy, and there is so much out there that is quick and easy, and there's some good quick and easy stuff, by the way. Hey Celia, thanks so much for watching. But there's some really unhelpful quick and easy stuff out there. And so much of the time it is about making a conscious choice about how you look after your body, because we only get one. We only get one body. And so let's give our body its best shot. Let's look after our body in any way that we can. You know that saying, my body is my temple? Yes, that's true. In order for us to live a fulfilling life, to get the most out of life, and I'm not saying that people's lives aren't fulfilling if they're not healthy, but they could be better. They could be they could have a life that is so much more full of energy, so much more vital, so more longer lived. And being able to teach our young ones, our young people, and just by example, what healthy eating means. So oftentimes I explain, I give this little scenario to my clients, and hey Cara, how are you? Dee. So I wanted to give you this little story because it seems to resonate with people. So picture this. You're out and about, you might be at, in a shopping centre or at a market, and you're heading towards one of those amazing looking fruit and veg, solely fruit and veg markets. And the big stores now, their fruit and veg departments are starting to look pretty good, I have to say. But when you're there, can you notice the aromas, the feast of the sights, of the colours, looking at, you know, the contrast of the colours, the beautiful purple of the aubergine next to, you know, the bright yellow of the lemons, the amazing smell of, you know, zesty oranges, or the sweet fragrance of strawberries or blueberries. You know, can you walk past and just notice that smell of sweet corn, or look at the crispy green snow peas, and you know, the amazing different varieties of sweet potatoes that are around. And if you've been to the markets, they've got all sorts of different types of vegetables in all sorts of shapes, colours, sizes. Some I've never seen before. And you know, that's obvious that a lot of them are seasonal because we don't see them in our major fruit and veg shops. But the point is, all of this food has life, it has energy. When you look at it, it makes you feel good. When you walk past, you want to get that one, and that looks so good, that big bunch of nice purple grapes, or these little cute, you know, baby cucumbers. It starts to make your mouth water. It starts to put a zing and a spring in your step. This food has energy. This food still has a measure of life within it. And when we eat this food, it goes inside of us. We actually intrinsically absorb the energy of that food. And of course, all these beautiful fruits and vegetables have all the phytonutrients that our body needs, the micronutrients, and some of the macronutrients that we need in order for us to live a life that is full of energy and to be vital and, you know, fully present here and alive on this planet, and have a long and healthful life. Doesn't that sound good? I think that sounds amazing. Now, flip the coin. Picture this. Have you been into a fast food store, say Macca's, or Hungry Jack's, or any of those fast food stores, and or, you know, ordered and had a great big pizza or something that has come out of the freezer that is highly stodgy, highly processed. And look, there's some good stuff that comes out of the freezer, I know, but I'm talking about the highly processed things. Now, when we eat this kind of food that has been designed to last for a long, long time, so its shelf life needs to be maximized in order for that company to, you know, to turn a profit and to have enough on hand for the volume that it sells. This kind of food is just full of chemicals. There is no life. The majority of that food has no life in it. It's highly processed, wheat, gluten, whatever chemical they need to put into it to make it sit on a shelf. And you know, we know that there's lots of experiments where hamburgers have been put onto a shelf and they look exactly the same, you know, many years later. It's horrific. And that kind of food and all of the chemicals and all the numbers and the artificial, all those things we put into our body. Now, this kind of food has no life in it. I would call it dead food. It's dead food that we are putting into our body. And so when we put dead food in our body, how are we going to feel? Dense. We're going to feel heavy. We're not going to feel light and motivated and energetic. It actually tells our body to crave more because we're not satiated when we eat that kind of food. So we're not satisfied. We don't feel full for very long because it just doesn't last. It basically converts most of that into sugar, and you know, we have that starchy, the insulin spike in our body, and our body goes, well, I need more of that. So eating heavy, dense, highly processed food just encourages your body to want more of that, because that's all it knows. And you know, it's really not doing you any favors. It's certainly not feeding your body what it actually needs. So next time that you're out and you're, you know, doing your shopping and you have a choice, have a look at, you know, what is there available to you that is the freshest version, the healthiest version. The thing that is going to support you to get you to where you want to go, whether it's a weight loss goal or it's a health goal. just think about, is this food going to help me get to where I want to be? So I'd love to hear your take on that. I hope you found that helpful, and if you have anything that you would like me to talk about, please pop it into the comments. More than happy to jump in and write something up for you, have a bit of a chat about it, and we can help you get to where you need to be. All right, happy Wednesday, everyone. Have an amazing day. Bye.